Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I have a video for you where I'm making some of my swaps. I'm lucky enough to have earned the trip to Greece next month, so I'm busy making swaps of 3D projects and cards, and I thought I would share that with you today. So let's just get started. Okay, so this is the 3D project that I am making for my swaps for my Greek trip. And what I've done is I have pieces of paper here that I have cut that are 7 inches by 3 inches, 3.5? Yeah, 3.5. 7 inches by 3.5 scored at 3 1/4 and 3 3/4, and then they make a perfect little square for putting a post-it note pad on the inside. Let me just show you what I do to do that. I've got some Tombow glue here. Make sure I'm putting it in the right way, and I just add some glue to the back of the post-it note here and set that inside my piece of paper here, right up against, I think you can see here, not right up against, but near the top of the score line there, and then try to center it from side to side. Using Tombow gives you a minute to kind of wiggle this around. Now that post-it note holder is pretty well just ready to go. So I'm using the Mosaic Mood Designer Series paper, which is absolutely stunningly beautiful paper. Here is the paper, and the paper comes in this beautiful, all of these are like tiles, the mosaic, like the mosaic tiles. So there's this beautiful rose here with a yellow butterfly. Then there's the paper, and that on the back side has this beautiful leaf pattern. Here's my birds, and what I did was I just fussy cut out birds from this paper, and I was able to get 17 birds, complete birds, cut out of the paper. And so I just need a couple pieces to do all of my swaps. And then there's this beautiful pattern here. On the back side of the birds is another mosaic pattern. This pattern, which I'm using to decorate my post-it note pads here. This beautiful tile pattern, isn't that gorgeous? And then here's one that's not shiny on the back side of that one. Then there's this leaf pattern, and that's got a yellow rose on the back of it. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. And then there's yellow birds here, and on this side are these little tiny flowers that have this embossed pattern on them. The paper is just gorgeous. So I'll show you the 3 that I've done so far. There's one, and the coordinating colors for this paper is Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Mint Macarron, Soft Suede, Terracotta Tile, Very Vanilla, and Whisper White. Now, I used Saffron on here because there's so many shades of yellow in this. I decided to go a little bit lighter. But I'm using Terracotta Tile, I'm using the Mint Macaron, and Saffron as my backings here. So this is actually a very simple project. All of these papers, and you can get 3 to a page. You cut your paper here just like this down to 7 inches, and then 3.5, 3.5, and 3.5. And you can get 3 of these out of one sheet of 8.5 by 11 inch paper. So I've cut several of these to get ready for making these. Then this front, if you have a margin all the way around, it measures if you want a piece to go on there, and I decided I did, so I'm doing alternate ones on the various ones of them. They need to be 3 inches by 3¼ if you're going to do a matte layer. And then what I did was I took some of that beautiful designer series paper and I cut a whole bunch of strips of the green because I thought the green would go on some. And then I cut a whole bunch of these other patterns off of one of those striped patterns. And so I've got some material that has both the brown and the red on it, or the terracotta tile. I've got some that's got the mint macaron. I've got, I cut some of each of those patterns that are on that paper. And that way I could put the whatever decoration made the most sense for my item here. So let's just keep going here, and I'm going to make a few of these with you. Like I said, it really is a very simple project, and what I've done is I have pre-cut out my birds, and so I've got 3 of them here, and I thought I would make 1 each of these papers. And since on this one I put the yellow, on this one I think I'll use a piece of the terracotta tile. You can certainly mix and match all of these because they're part of what's coordinated here. It will just work. Now you can use snail or you can use Tombow. My Tombow is out, so I just grabbed it. Now these strips are all cut. The pattern on the paper, let me grab that piece of paper. Here's the paper. So what I did was I cut a strip of this, a strip of this, a strip of this, so on and so forth, all the way across. And then I only need them to be 3 inches long, so I can get 4 of them out of each strip. So on this one, I think it might be kind of fun to use this one because it's got both of those in, and I'm going to go ahead and use Snail on this piece. And so if you get all of your pieces cut out, it goes really fast. I will have this project done either later tonight or first thing tomorrow. So there's my piece on there. Then you just pick a bird, and I kind of think this bird will work, and I've already taken off my release papers on here. And I'm going to set this bird across here. There we go. And I'm going to put some sequins on this. Now I've used the Everyday Sequins packages that has the petal pink and the greens and whites and so on. And then I'm going to use our iridescent sequin mix. Okay, so here's my iridescent sequins. And so what I've got is kind of all of the things that I think I might need just right around me, so that I can keep going on this process. And I can take some of these beautiful kind of orangey pieces here, and using my pick tool here, I can put down a little bit of Tombow here in a couple of places, and then just drop a couple of my sequins down here. There's that one, and then there's this really super bright, I'm not sure what color it is. I'm sure it says on the box. But there, isn't that pretty? I mean, that's just such a pretty combination of things. There we go. And then one of the, I'm going to put one more just because it's so pretty. I'm going to put down this really bright pink one here, or orange. It looks like it matches the terracotta tile, doesn't it? So there we go. It's as simple as that. And my plan is to kind of mix and match. So I'd be back to this as a base. And on this base, I think first I need to put in my Post-it note. And I buy my Post-it notes either online, and I'll put a link below the video to tell you where on Amazon, what the name of the company is. I can't remember right off the top. But frankly, lately I've been buying them at Costco because I can get a pretty good sized package for pretty reasonably priced. And then I don't have to wait for shipping. I can just go get them. So there we go. So on this one, I think what I'm going to do is put a green piece on here. And I think since my Tombo's out, I'll just go ahead and use that. And set this one down here. Then take one of, let's see, what strip of paper? Maybe, you know, I think I'm going to pick this one because that's going to match the base. So I'm going to just add some Tombow on the back of my paper strip here and set that in place here as well. Now soft suede is one of the colors, so I could mix it up and add yet another color into this, and it would be beautiful with some of these birds that have some of this brown on it. But in this case, I kind of like the brown as a contrasting color. And I think on this one, I'm going to go ahead and use some of these iridescent green. Well, maybe I'll use a couple of these too, just because they're going to pick up more the terracotta color. So I'm going to add a couple here. And there we go. I have two green ones made, and I have two of these terracotta. So I guess I'll make one more yellow one here with you, and then we will have made one of each one. And I will put some glue on the back of my Post-it note here and put that into place here. Get that centered. Let's see, on this yellow one, I think I will put a terracotta piece on the top. And again, this is a very fast project, but I think they're lovely and they make nice gifts, because if if you shop, these Post-it notes are expensive. And so being able to get one as a gift that's beautifully decorated is just a very nice thing too. All right, so on this one, I'm going to use, I think, this piece, just because it's different. And you can see you can put these in just about any color combination you would like, because they all coordinate. It works out just beautifully. So I'm going to put my little tile piece here, and doesn't that just look like a piece of tile? My gosh, that's gorgeous. And then my last bird, which I'm going to set down right here, and I think I will use some of the iridescent green sequins on this one, just because it's contrasting. There we go. Isn't that great? I just love these. I hope everybody will be pleased with them. I would love to get one of these as a 3D project. But there we go. Those are going to be my swaps for my Greek trip. And that's it. That's the project for the day today. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I do so appreciate it. And everything here, isn't it exciting? Now you can order from our wonderful new catalog. Our catalog is live, so we can start showing you things on the inside of the catalog. And this mosaic, I'll show you something kind of new in the catalog this year, is the way they've got it arranged so that The bundles are listed here in the first several pages, and I mark all over my catalog here. And I take my catalog to Kinko's and have them just slice off the edge and spiral bind it for me, and it makes it a little bit easier to maneuver. But all of the bundles are here, and you can see the stamp set and the die along with a project, and then it tells you what page everything is on. So we'll just go through this, and did I go past it? I must have. There it is, my memorable Mosaic bundle. It's on page 119. So I can go to 119 in the catalog, and there it is. This beautiful suite of papers and stamps, and then there's some beautiful faceted gems here that are part of this, and there's some textile ribbon in mint macaron, and there's an embossing folder, and there's a punch, and then of course this beautiful paper that we're working with here today. But it's a lovely suite, and this is also new in the catalog. You can order the bundle, which is the punch and the stamp set here, for $36, and that's a 10% savings. Or you can order everything in the suite, include the embossing folder, the ribbon, the faceted gems, the paper, the stamp set, everything, for $75.50, and you get everything in the suite, and that's also a discounted price. So that's new. You can buy an entire suite at once, which I think is very intriguing. I've ordered a couple that way because I want to see what it's like to get everything together. They've just got so many beautiful things in here, and I'm just going to systematically start working my way through them. In any case, all of this material is available for order on my website, www.lbedinger.stampinup.net, or through my blog, www.inkandingenuity.com. There's a place there you can go shop on my website. And let's see, the prize for the month of June is the suite of your choice. So I will be ordering for whoever wins, and all it takes to get in my drawing is to make an order on my website of any size, and your name goes into the drawing, and then at the end of the month I will be ordering one of those complete suites for whoever my winner is. So a pretty nice price, because those are run $60, $70. In any case, that's it for me today. I'll be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye.